Would you like to know the biggest three mistakes that final expense telesales agents make so that you could have a chance of having a powerful career? Well, number one, if you're ready, is going too fast. Speed is your enemy. And I know when we're first new, we're very excited and we think that we can go faster and somehow find the sale quicker. Speed is your enemy. So many insurance agents grab a script thinking they can just talk through it as fast as possible. And you got to realize we're talking to senior citizens, people that are disabled at times, people that are hard of hearing, people that are maybe a little older than you are. And sometimes they're going to tell you, I got to think about it. And you got to be ready to slow down and talk a little bit more articulately. And when you first get going, the biggest just enemy of a new agent is they get on the script and then they get going faster without realizing this. The fix is to record your calls at least a couple times a week and listen to how fast you're going. Make sure that that pace is intentional. Pace is powerful, and insurance agents that haven't trained in final expense telesales will get tripped up by speed and then wonder why nobody's buying from you right now. So record your sales calls every now and then, listen to them. You're going to maybe be a little harder on yourself when you hear yourself because maybe you don't like the sound of your own voice. And that's okay because I feel that way too, my friends. I've done this industry 20 plus years, 2+ decades, and then some. And I still don't like the sound of my voice when I hear it back again. But make sure that you're intentional about listening to a recording at least once a week to find out how is your pacing. Pacing is powerful, and if you're going too quick, it's going to hurt you. Now, when you're slowing down, I want you to listen to your sincerity because emotion is the basis of final expense telesales. People buy based on emotion and then they back it up with one thing, and that's logic. So you really want to have your questions ready and emotional questions ready where you're not doing all the talking, you're asking the questions and harvesting the data. For example, Mrs. Johnson, what would your family do if there wasn't any money to pay for burial or cremation like there is now? What would your family do? Ask that question and then go, how would the financial weight of that matter affect them? How would that affect your family if they have no finances coming? And then ask, if you could protect your loved ones in a tax free manner that wouldn't take food off your table, would you be against that idea? Remember, my friends, questions control calls, but speed is your enemy right now. You've got to have a tactical pause, ask a question. How would, if you, right? Ask these questions. How would your family handle paying for burial or cremation from where you're at right now? How would they do that? And then what would that do to them, financially, if that's the case? And then go, if you could provide tax-free benefits for your family and it wouldn't take food off your table, would you be against that idea? When they say no, go, I'm here to help. It's so important that you slow down, that you're intentional in every part of your final expense process. Insurance agents that go too fast, what happens is you skip a step or you went too fast as you're flowing through that process, and then the client doesn't feel valued. They don't feel heard. And what happens is you lose sales. And I don't want you losing sales. I want you maximizing the potential of what you have in front of you. So slowing down, biggest mistake that final expense telesales agents make. And it really boils down to just your scripts and maybe your system a little bit. Now, number two is a big deal. And that's really not going all in. Insurance agents that don't make it, let me be intentional with you, my friends, they don't make it about the most important thing, and that's maximizing their time. Minutes matter. Focus is not hocus pocus. When you're in final expense telesales, you better have your britches glued down to the seat and be ready to sell. But it's not about just selling. It's about emotionally connecting to the heart of the client as you're handling every single phone call with value. Your habits and your discipline are going to decide if you're going to make it or not in this space. And insurance agents that don't go all in, even with their part-time hours, they're never going to have a chance of success or survival. So you've got to look at your habits, look at your discipline. You've got a career with no glass ceiling. You've got also no guarantees that you're going to make it. So you better make it about the work. And if you're not talking to people that can buy from you, or making those dials to get another great person to be able to pitch to, so to speak, you're never going to make bank in the industry and you're probably going to flush yourself out of it, but you've got to go all in. I mean, 100% of yourself needs to be in every phone call. Let the world go away right now when you're in that sales call. Be intentional. When you buy your leads, don't go half in either. If you're a full-time insurance agent, you should be having 80 to 100 brand new exclusive final expense telesales leads so that you can give your chance of your career taking off a possibility. If you only purchase a part-time level of leads, you're only buying like 30 leads, and you're like, well, I'll just try that. I'll dip my toe in the water. My friends, the water doesn't get any warmer when you wait to jump. Go all in. Have that law of large numbers in front of you so that you can find success. But agents that don't buy enough leads, they don't launch. It's like failure to launch. They've got limited belief. So your habits and your discipline are what are going to help you dominate the phones in final expense telesales. If you want to really have the great chance for sales, then you got to take the chance on yourself and go all in. If you're a full-time insurance agent, put in a couple extra hours. What can you do more of this week to be a warrior? And what can you get better at? This is why training is so important. It's so pivotal to you finding power in finding your full potential. And we're going to go into number 3 in just a second. And by the way, we do recruit agents as well as agencies nationally to sell life insurance, Medicare insurance, and annuities face to face, but yet in the telespace as well. Free resources for your taking, no matter what work family you align with, as well as some free scripts at jasonfinalexpense.com. Those resources are there for you, but we do recruit powerful agents as well. So love to have a conversation with you, or even just provide you discount coupons if you need that. Now, number 3 is really important, and that is rejection fatigue. Oh, belief is everything. You got to buy into yourself, right? If you don't buy yourself, who is going to buy from you? Do you own life insurance? I want you to answer that question. Because if you don't buy life insurance, why do you expect everybody else to buy it from you? Because you're that great? Not trying to knock you down, my friends, but you will sell more insurance when you own your own brand. I own many different life insurance policies so that I can speak clearly to my consumers to say, Mrs. Johnson, I own insurance from this very same insurance company. They do a great job. And it's so powerful to say, I've purchased what I'm selling. My mentor told me so many years ago, 20 plus years ago, do you own this insurance? No, let's fix that. Come on. And guess what? I sold more as a result because my belief was higher. They buy into you buying the product. So if you don't own life insurance, my friends, do you own it? If you don't, fix it. All right. That can be a fixable event, but rejection fatigue is a reality of the industry. You got to be ready. Practice, drill, rehearse, practice your objections. You can look up our agent interviews and testimonials above here in our playlists. See how we train agents, MDRT agents. By the way, an MDRT agent, $1 Million Round Table, final expense telesales agents are the minority in this space, not the majority. Not everybody's going to make it, but rejection fatigue is real. You got to have high belief to have a chance of making it in this space. And the mistakes that agents make is they don't buy their own brand. And guess what? Their mindset goes to trash at times when they're told, no, I don't want it. No, I don't want it. No, I don't want it. You got to have a glasses half full mentality in this career. This is a career. It's not a calling here. I'm not calling it quits. I got to go. You got to have a lot of belief up in you, and it's got to be backed up with fundamentals. And fundamentals don't always sound like fun. You mean I got to practice my script once a week? Yes, you should be practicing your script. You should practice your objections. You should practice your questions because questions control calls so that you don't go off course. It's very important that you're slow and steady to win the race, and you got to follow your scripts systematically. You're making this a process. Closing is not some event that's scary for you or the client. Build confidence, build competence by training. But rejection fatigue is something you got to be ready for. You got to go, you know what? Whatever happens on these phones, I like me. Whatever happens in the face to face world, I like me. I know I'm doing the good work, and I'm going to probably have 3 perfect presentations as a new person to maybe 1 closed sale. I'm good. You got to get yourself good with rejection. Be okay with it. And I know it doesn't feel good to get told no. Can you keep a smile on? top insurance agents know that this is a mindset industry. Your most valuable resource is losing your mindset. You're going to lose more money than you know when your mindset goes to trash in telesales. Blaming the leads, blaming everything else. You got to have extreme ownership. Today is my day, no matter what. And then just put it all in on your leads. Put it all in into the conversations where you slowly, intentionally ask the right questions. And then hopefully you're going to be the solution that they need. But these are the mistakes that will cost you money. And in an industry like this, where there's no glass ceiling and no guarantee, you may realize this is the space for you because you can do final expense telesales from any place in the nation. You could travel, but with great freedom comes an insane level of responsibility that you've got to grab. Grab it by the reins and rein yourself in to say, you know what? I've got great freedom. I'm going to use it wisely. Every minute matters, and focus is not hocus pocus in this space at all. Agents that can't focus will fail out so quick, your head will spin. So I hope these tips help you. Enjoy these videos up above that may accelerate your career. And if we can do anything for you, let us know. Thank you to my subscribers. You guys are the best, and we'll see you soon.